Okay, race 2. Just about to go out on our warm-up lap before grid. Feeling better. Like all the nerves that I felt are completely gone. I was very nervous on the beginning of the day, literally just for inspection. I don't know. I have this disaster like mindset where I was just like, I'm gonna not pass inspection and then have to spend half the day fixing the bike and miss like 2 out of 3, 2 out of 4 races or something. But anyway, warm-up lap, much faster warm-up lap, which is ideal. Ideally, I would like to do actual race pace, but it's kind of dictated by who's in front of me. If I was first, I would go similar to race pace, because I'd really like to. I'm setting up to get into the zone of being aggressive, overtaking people, and pushing the bike to go as fast as I can. So really happy that this little group in front of me is going much faster, getting more heat into the tyres than race 1. Feeling more confident after race 1. Gonna try and repeat that. This in front of me is Kiara Vest on the white R3, so we're both on R3s, which is great. There's a couple 400s in this class, so it's a mix between R3s and 400s. The 400s are faster, which is unfortunate. I think in other races they're usually separated, but in the sprint race they're all put together. So I did actually look at the grid and everyone's bike. In the first race I came 8th overall, but if we exclude all the 400s, I came 4th amongst the 300s, which I'm pretty happy with. My first race I came, 4th for, yeah. Anyway, you grid 12th place every single time. I didn't know that you grid in the same spot that you qualified every single race. If I knew that, I would have put so much more emphasis on getting a good qualifying time. But I guess you live and you learn kind of thing. Alright, ready to take off. I'm going to try not to wheelie this time. So, and we're off. Good start. Head down, going as fast as I can. Lots of people coming into turn 1. Bit of a gap already, but because again they bunch up, I know just from sim racing that they will go slower. Usually I catch up in the braking zone, so we'll see how this goes. Yeah, I think I'm already catching up just a little bit. Going through. Again, I'm just like, my mindset is time to catch up. Brake a little later than them, which I did, and as you can see I'm getting a little bit closer. I'm trying not, the instinct is to stare at the person in front of you, and I'm very intentionally trying not to do that. I am trying to focus on my line and not copy the person in front. Anyway, I catch up a lot there. There's a couple of things I learned from Anthony West. I did coaching with him once, and he taught me a couple of things there. As you can see, I feel like we had similar drive coming out of that turn, but Kiara, the person in front, seems to have a little bit of a stronger engine there, and she just always seems to slowly pull away from me on every single straight. So here I'm trying, my mindset is like, she's got a faster bike, but I'll try and outbrake her. Here I'm looking at the inside, she cuts back in very confidently. I will say Kiara is a very confident defending rider, which is so cool to just experience. I've never really experienced that. Pretty close on her tail. Gonna try and overtake again on the inside. She's not having it. Yeah, she kept her line. Very respectable, very fun. I had a cheeky smile in my helmet because I've never experienced this kind of racing. You don't do that on track days. Again, getting kind of close. During that turn, I'm often my knees on the ground, and I'm just trying to think like, get this thing turned so I can get on the throttle. It just feels like so long that my knees are on the ground. I want to stand it up and throttle out. Full throttle. That turns pretty fast. Probably go about like, I think around 160 on these little bikes. Coming in. Again, I'm going to try and do the same thing. I know I'm strong on the brakes now. Getting really close. Get up on the inside. Brake. And I want to defend. I want to not let her up on the inside, so I get on the gas harder. It looks like my camera's falling down a little bit again. Now, I made the pass. Let's see if I can make it stick. So, head down, try to go as fast as I can. Brake late. I know I brake later than most people. And it looks like I've made it stick. I'm just trying to get away from her now. Just locking in. Doing my own thing. Trying to go as fast as I can. Trying to get my knee over that apex. Again, gas. I'm trying to gas this thing as early as possible because I know Kiara's bike's gonna catch up to me slowly. All the way up to 5th gear. Near the rev limiter. Probably going like 160, 165, I think the dash said. Here we go. My camera popped out of my slot. It's actually resting on my right eye. It is partially obstructing my vision. And I was like, that's a bit inconvenient. Let's just ignore that. Lock in, keep doing what I'm doing. So, yeah, just ignored it, really. Kept going as fast as I can. I don't really feel like the camera on my eye impeded my ability to ride fast, to be honest. It didn't feel dangerous or anything. It was just mildly annoying and distracting, but I think I focused pretty well. Well, from this position, at least you get to see my my clutch hand, my brake hand, my throttle hand. And I guess my dash for a bit. I see I've relaxed the left hand here. 1:15.8, similar lap times as race 1. Going into turn 1. Where even am I? I think this is turn 2. Get an idea of how close I get to the curb, how much lean angle I have from this angle, I suppose. Some of you may notice that upshifting, I don't use the clutch. I will clutchless upshift. That's just what I do. It's faster. I've been doing it for I don't know how many years. 6 years or something. I used to do it on my road bike and stuff. That's just how I do it. Learnt it off YouTube. Thought it was great. I think dirt bikes do it as well. But I've been doing it, I think, on my current bike for like 5-6 years. No mechanical issues. Yeah. I do use the clutch for downshifting though. Rev matching. What lap is this? Lap 5? So this is, what was that, lap 6? That, I think this may be race over. Yeah, it looks like I'm chilling. Okay. So next up we have race 3. That was a really fun race. I actually placed 6th in that whole race. If we exclude the 400s, I actually placed 3rd amongst all the R3s. I think it's all R3s. There's no Ninja 300s or anything. So I was pretty happy with that. From 12th to 6th. It's pretty sick. Yeah, anyway, if you guys want me to do anything else, or if you like this style of commentary, let me know. The reason why I started doing this commentary is because I used to watch a guy, his name is Jason Dye on YouTube, and he would commentate on his races, and I found it so fascinating. I found it more fascinating than just watching the race, because he gives insight into how hard he brakes. You know, he's talking about the bike, the engine, comparing it to other bikes, and you're just getting some insight into what he's thinking. And I just really liked that. That kind of sparked an interest in racing, and just overall cool stuff. Anyway, next up, race 3.